as we look at now with fall camp starting tomorrow, and Coach Saban very happy, very excited to get fall camp back brewing and back going. The question is, the conversation is, how many freshmen are going to be able to make an impact, make a contribution, get on the field and be stars and get quality playing time on this team? Because Saban talked about this with McElroy and Cole Kublik. He mentioned how, Bama's played a lot of freshmen during Saban's tenure in Tuscaloosa. They've called upon a lot of young guys to step up and emerge and hit that learning curve quickly and develop rather fast. And among these freshmen, if you remember in years past, Alabama has had to have, Mark Ingram play as a freshman. Trent Richardson play as a freshman. Micah Fitzpatrick play as a freshman. Several of these guys. Calvin Ridley play as a freshman. Amari Cooper play as a freshman. Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith, Patrick Surtain, Jalen Waddle, they all played as freshmen. Tua Tagovailoa plays as a freshman. Jalen Hurts started as a freshman. So we've seen freshmen in the Nick Saban era make a critical impact and contribution. As a matter of fact, the 2018 national championship game against Georgia off the 17 season, the second half were all babies. The second half was all freshmen. And if not for having Tua, Jeudy, Ruggs, Smitty, Najee Harris, Alex Leatherwood, Jedrick Wills, if you didn't have all those freshmen out there in that championship game, you do not have the comeback victory over Georgia to win the national championship. You do not have the Nick Saban jubilant moment where he throws off the headset in utter joy. So freshmen have meant something to the Crimson Tide. Freshmen have meant something to the success of this program in terms of championships. But this time around, how many freshmen could we see take the field and make an immediate impact? Well, as you see on screen, I have here my list of freshmen that could get this done here. And this list is entitled, the list goes, Jaheem Otis on the defensive line. Keep your eyes on that young man. Aaron Anderson at wide receiver. Really like him as a freshman to make an impact. Isaiah Bond as a wide receiver. Like for him to make an impact. And then Tyler Booker on the offensive line. Would like to see him make an impact as well. Now, I know Ty Simpson at quarterback could get some looks this year. He could. At the running back position, we could see Emmanuel Henderson or Jamarion Miller, maybe even both. Could see some action there on the field, but those are just the guys on screen that I have right there. Also, Amari Black as that second pass catching tight end to put with Cameron Latu. You could see him out there. Remains to be seen. But getting back to the guys I mentioned, starting this thing off here with Jaheem Otis, the guy's the real deal. There's a video of him from the freshman spending time with Coach Saban on Lake Tuscaloosa. Jaheem Otis hits a full backflip into Lake Tuscaloosa. Full backflip now. At 342 pounds, he is lean, he is athletic, he has dropped that weight, he's the real deal. Jaheem Otis is the name to watch. When you see his transformation and what he looks like now, looks like he could be Deron Payne. Looks like Jaheem Otis could be Deron Payne. And we're going to get a chance to see quite the action from this young man, because just his dedication to dropping 74 pounds, going from 416 to 342, that's a big deal. That just shows you how much he wants it, how much he's after it, how much he pursues it. It means something to Jaheem Otis to be on that field. And he's a freshman that may see some significant action on the field as a defensive lineman. And I think he's the guy that can pressure that pocket, collapse that pocket, suffocate a quarterback from the inside, and not allowing a quarterback to step up and have room to make throws on the field. I think Otis is the type of guy that can get that done. He's freshman number one. Freshman number two that can see action, Aaron Anderson, from the sense of coming in here in the spring to Tuscaloosa. He made a lot of big plays in spring practice. whether it was putting moves on defensive backs, whether it was him being moved around in motion, whether it's his ability to catch the football, get up and down the field, work quick, work fast, work explosively, whether it's him getting the ball on special teams in the return game and him being able to create big action from a small area of space. He just has a feel for the game wherever he is on the field. And I think that type of awareness, that type of elusiveness and evasiveness from wherever he is on the field, it's a big asset to have. I think Aaron Anderson will carve him out a role as a freshman. He will get playing time. Right along with him, I look at Isaiah Bond. The speed he brings could be the fastest guy Nick Saban has ever recruited as a freshman. And you got to get that type of speed on the field. You just got to. No other question. You got to get that young man on the field. When you talk about winning the 100 meters and the 200 meters in track for the state of Georgia, coming out of Buford High School, big get here for Alabama as a freshman. And Isaiah Bond, whether it's as a slot receiver, whether it's as a return specialist, he'll find a role. He will create a role for himself. I understand you've got Jermaine Burton, you've got Tyler Harrell, you've got other guys, but that speed Isaiah Bond brings is something that you got to see that thing in action right there. So he's a freshman, but I think he carved out some playing time. And number 3, well, last but not least here, I echo the statement from our own Justin Smith when you look at Tyler Booker. Going back to the spring, he was on that second-team offensive line, and Booker was doing work. He was blocking, he was pancaking, he was pushing people, he was doing work out there. And coming from IMG Academy, look at the guys that came before him that did work at IMG. Alex Leatherwood, Evan Neal. Came before him, and both of those two did work at IMG. And here comes Tyler Booker, who talked about it. We had him on the show a while back. Coach Wolford, Booker has a strong relationship with Coach Wolf. Coming from being offered at Kentucky by Coach Wolf, being offered at South Carolina by Coach Wolf, and then him coming to Alabama, Booker, and now with Coach Wolf at Alabama. I mean, these two see eye to eye. And if there's the slightest struggle from anybody on Alabama's offensive line, primarily a guard or a tackle position, watch 54 or 52. That's number 52. Watch 52. Booker's going to get out there, and Booker's going to make some plays. Booker's going to get out there in that offensive line, and he's going to make some things shake out there on the field. So those would be the freshmen, the true freshmen that I could see getting marquee playing time. And there are others, and I mentioned those. Ty Simpson could get out there. Emmanuel Henderson, Jamarion Miller, they could get out there. Chaz Preston, another receiver. Kobe Prentice, another receiver. They could get out there. On defense, Earl Little Jr. could get out there. Amari Nablack, tight end, very well could get out there. But the guys I have mentioned are my guys at the position that they're in. They have the best opportunity to get out there on the field. But we'll see what happens. Fall camp starts tomorrow. I am pumped to see what this team is going to look like as we go through the preseason sessions here.